Hello, this is Terry, and welcome to my channel. And this is another edition. Well, it's not an edition. This is my monthly update for February of my collection. Now, I will try to point out things that have progressed, maybe some things that have regressed, but I can't focus on everything, so I'll just point out what I see. Now, back over here, this is probably too cold over here in this corner. I need to really focus the heater. We are starting in the southeast side of the greenhouse. This is the more cooler end where the things that are resting, things that want cooler winter temperatures are back here. There are some mounts up there that are resting. These are still my dendrobiums that are deciduous, my falconiere, and this one is my cernua. No, not cernua, but it is Bensonii. That's what that is, Bensonii. And then that one up there is my Devonianum. I have a Trichocentrum right in front of me. That is a cross. A few Dockerillas, more Encyclias that are up there, and then here is some Dendrobium pendulum. This is an Anosmum cross, and then there are various other Epicatleas, Encyclia crosses. There's another Dockerilla. On this shelf I have some Cattleyas. There is my Baptia grape wax down here. One of these looks like an Aurantiaca that has a sheath down there. That's my Memoria Fred Thompson, which is looking horrible. Hopefully it will pull through. Anyway, this is my Guatemalensis OJ that has a sheath right there, but the rest of the plant looks kind of tatty. In front of that is my Encyclia diurna, which I showed this week as having a spike coming up on it. You can see it right there. That's a spike. There are other Encyclias behind there, no spikes. And over here, what is this? Oh, that's a Suncoast White Stars, which actually Suncoast White Stars I have down there. This is my Laelia Lundi, which I've been pointing out, kind of looking at some of these new emerging growths to see if there are any blooms coming out. This is my Epidendrum Parkinsonianum, which has a few new growths that are maturing, and on this side as well. In fact, what I wanted to show was this growth that is right here, this new growth that is here, that comes down here and down to here. I'm probably not going to be able to show it, but it looks like it's creasing, which doesn't really mean anything. It just sort of means that it's probably going to form a leaf soon. So maybe there will be a sheath inside of there. Up here is my Ringulalia glauca. It's got these new growths up here. Let's see. My Cordigera is done. My Barkeria is going over. That is about my Chysis aurea. Probably a bit cold, but it'll be okay. Next to this, in front of here is cross. This is my Forbesii crossed with Cattleya guttata. That has that new growth right there. And on down, here's my Yellowbird that has been in bloom for a minute. Still has more spikes coming up. And I thought there was another one somewhere. Let me see what's going on with this stuff. Over here, this is my Dendrobium Adora Nishi. And then here's the other one over on the other side. These are just seedlings. Let me see, back over this way, I have, this is my Dendrobium Lemon Dance, Lemon Dance, that has those spikes, and you can see this one down below that has buds in there, sort of wrapped in the sheath. So that looks like it's going to be a cluster, and maybe that will too. It's just not formed so well. But it looks like there's another one under there that I didn't see. And over on this side, there's one there, and then there's another spike here. That is a cross between Williamsonii and Trigonopus, which is Lemon Dance, and this is my Trigonopus right here, which doesn't have anything on it, but hopefully it will. It did bloom last year. Moving on down, that's my Kulal Treat that is going to bloom, and I have my Aurantiacas here. That's my Bowringiana that put up that growth last year. This is another Aurantiaca lemon drop. Yeah, nothing on that plant. This is my Patinara little young men orange. That's what that is. Over here, this is my new Mount Toro Paphiopedilum, which is Philippinense times Stonii, and my Stonii is behind there. This is still in flower. This is Pinocchio, Path Pinocchio crossed with Path Chihuahua Dancer. And moving on down here, this is my Dendrobium Alexandri. They do like it a little bit colder than the normal Laturias, but they still like the same moisture. A little bit less in the winter, but it is still maturing that latest new growth right there. That's my Epidendrum Green Dragon. That's looks like the sheath is filling up. And then I've got a spike coming on. This is my Cascade Creek times Ralph-Chiliana, which is QF Mokai. Let's see what else is going on over in this area. Not much. Let me look up here. This is my Bulbophyllum cocoinum, and it's got a little nub in there that did have one on this, but it didn't get enough water, and so it blasted. I have been featuring this plant lately. This is my Florida Stars Elise. There is a sheath here that is filling up right there. And on the other side over here, well, the sheath is right there. Anywho, and there's nothing yet in this sheath, which is my Guatemalensis. That is that one, the Alba crossed with Fresa. This, of course, that has been in bloom for a while, is my Suncoast Stars. Suncoast Stars, I believe that's what it is. Or Suncoast Little Stars, maybe. Nothing going on over here. I hope that this would bloom for me. This is my Francis Dyer, which is Encyclia fragrans times Bowringiana. This kind of struggled with a little bit of scale. It still has this new growth, nice new growth that it put up last year. I don't think there's a sheath in there, but it usually would be putting up a spike right at this time of the year if it was going to do something. Let me move on down this way. This is my Angrica longicalcar, which is just a subspecies of the genus, or of this subgenus of the species, maybe, I'm not sure, but it's a variation of Viburnum, and got some paths here, and I've got, not paths, Phalaenopsis right here, and down here is this epidendrum. That is Epidendrum Parkins, no, it's Epidendrum Rene Marquez times Parkins, no, Pseudoepidendrum, that's what it is. The back of what we're looking at right now, this is my Roy Tucanaga, which is Atriviolation, I believe, times something. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's Atriviolation. This is my Joyce Kelly right here, which is Johnsonii times Spectabile, and it's got what I would think is a spike emerging right there from the side. Right in front of that is my fire wings with no leaves, with nothing. Let's see, up here, that's my Pepe Phoenix. Up here, this is another Dan Cross. This is a Galliandra that's resting, putting up another little growth there. Another Galliandra here that just finished blooming. And here's the very fragrant BLC Milani Rainbow, I believe that's what it's called. It's got a few more buds around on the plant that are low. So I'll be showing those to you for a while yet. And I just found a little kiki, or a little piece off of my Frederick Sienna that I just moved up there. There it is, up there. That looks pretty bad, but it's still going. But I'm gonna have to put that on something so that it's good. That right there is my, I believe it's my Sobidacophia. Yeah, Robusta. Right there, I mounted it on this. So far so good. It is losing a little leaves, but I think I'm keeping it moist enough. It is still pretty erect. Here is my Stanhopea that bloomed for me. I have Chysis over here, Trichocentrum. Down here is my Bulbophyllum Macranthum, which is looking really, really nice. You can see the roots, look like it's rooted, going into the moss that is on top of the log. So hopefully I will be seeing some buds. Hopefully the buds generally emerge along the rhizome. They just pop up suddenly, sort of towards the end of winter. And they smell like watermelon. This is a named, but this is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's made with Florence Lynn, LC Florence Lynn times BC Maikai. But Florence Lynn is the same as Jalapa, LC Jalapa. Basically the same parentage, just a different name. So that plant, the other name would be Jalapa times Maikai. And I can't remember the name of it right now. Down here behind there, these are my path Charlesworthii that probably needs to be repotted. It does have 2 new growths that it's working on, and behind there is my Venustum that bloomed, and then over there is another one, Vogue Wonder, which is a Henryanum cross. Vogue Wonder times Henryanum, I believe. And here are some buds that are going to bloom. That is Catletonia sugarite times Aurantiaca. And I can see that this plant is putting up another growth, new growth down there, which is excelente. And there's another sheep right there as well, which could possibly put out something. This little Phalaenopsis is trying to bloom. It was a freebie from Brethren, although it looks like the new leaf that's coming out at the top is damaged. But this spike, both of them actually, are pushing out. A new little growth there on that little Dendrobium seedling. I think that is, what is it? Sunrise Spectacular. Hawaii Spectacular. That's got a lot to grow up, a lot of growing up to do. Back there is my Sad Frag Grande. Here's Toshioki Pizzazz. Behind here, this is my Maxillaria tunifolia, which is the Yamada clone. And it's maturing its new pseudobulbs, its new growths. Behind there is my Dan Senile that is still on the original mount that it came with. Still nice and green looking, still hairy. Did have a new growth that was green in the beginning of the winter. I'm not sure where it went to. But this is my Max Tenifolia that looks pretty nice. Has some growths in the middle of the plant that are maturing and along the sides. And then my other one down here that I've been showing off that's fairly new. It is the watermelon, what is it? Okay. That is Mexican watermelon marginata. It's markings and striations. Down here, nothing's really happening much. Just trying to keep some of my Gongora here. This is Chacoensis, Gongora Chacoensis. There's my little seedlings of Aranthes, something Arachnides, and then there is my Unicron Roxchianum right there. Gets little water just in the moss to keep the roots slightly moist at all times. Probably can stand a little right now. Back here are just some other bulbophyllums that I got from Bill Tom's that have all been repotted right after I got them. And back there, that one doesn't look so hot. I'll just take it out, which was my compote of adorable upwind. So I can just toss that and kind of space some of these others out. That's just sitting there. That's another Phragmipedium. But anyway, this is Maxillaria picta. That's got some nice growths coming up on it. And right above here on the top shelf is Bulbophyllum Lindleyanum, which has just opened up flowers on another spike or inflorescence. Let's see if I can get in close and get it to focus. Hairy little thing. And I love, as I've said many, many times, I love the dark stems. Such contrast. And it's got a few more spikes coming, and then there's another little one that's back behind there, kind of sneaking up the wall back there. Let's see. There's my Aranthes grandiflora back here, looking dry, but it gets watered often. This is my Cattleya luteola right here, and then I've got some other. This is my Aranthes pyrati, which, if the want it to stay green, yeah, it's gonna give me more flowers. Yeah, that looks like pretty much it for what's going on back there. There's a sheep on my Richard Mueller. Let me stay on this side. Right there. Okay, up above here, this is my Encyclia Vespa, which that growth looks like it probably just got too cold. Another unknown, no name, Encyclia. This is my Leptos tenuis. And then I talked about that. Above here, I've got my BC daffodil right here, which is Ricolalia glauca times, I believe it's Rantiaca. And I can smell, it's like lemon custard. Down here I have some paths that are blooming, my Annabelle, of course, and then here's another. This looks more like an Arantiaca to me, as opposed to daffodil. This has a lot more substance than this. I don't think they're the same. I think that's an Arantiaca. What would you think? What do you think? I would say they're about the same age of flowers. The one that I showed you, they aren't too long for being open. But the color is just so much deeper. There is fragrance, no fragrance over there. Wow, this is fragrant, and I'm going to be getting blown soon there. And when I go back this way, I've got some things down here, but they're not doing much. There are those buds right there on my PC Yaguchi. This is my species, this is my Epidendrum nocturna. Still hoping, still trying to do something. Hopefully I will someday see a bud or a flower. Flower would be preferable to a bud. Let's welcome back over here. You can see this is, I repotted my Bastianii. This is my other Fasciata that I've been talking about to people with the spike on the Kiki. Well, no, the spike isn't on the Kiki, but there's Kiki on the spike. Dendrobium Memoria Wandanishi, still looking nice. I believe that's Polysema crossed with Atroviolaceum. And these are just some of my repotted paths. Got my wall up here and this is the other Fasciata that I repotted or remounted, I guess you would call it a mount. Down here I've got my Angricoides here. The new leaf is coming up there. That's my Infundibulare. This is my cross of Biguiere times Caudata. And then I've got a couple here, and this is my Joyce Stewart, which has those nubbins. Actually, when I look at it now, I believe there's another one emerging down there. You see that? Down there. And that's how this does. I used to have one that was just a series of maybe 2 of these. Well, the babies grew up to be equal size. And every spring, it literally would just put up spike after spike, just up the row. Very floriferous plant and sequential. Before I pass this up, that's my Denschwetzii, which is a bucket list plant. Still waiting to smell the fragrance. That's my very coveted. What is this? It's a hand gray gun cross. It's my, I should know it. Oh, Longa Scott. That's what it is, Longa Scott. So that's Longalina times Scottina. And there's my Scottina, and I showed you, no, it's Long Calcar, and I showed you my Long Calcar down there. Let's see. I believe that's probably about it. Although, yeah, that's probably about it for blooming plants. Because there's none up on my wall. The Passavlas, they've kind of just stalled. They've been beat up just from that heater that you can hear going in the background. I really should have moved them a long time ago, but there are a few species up there that are doing well. From there on, that's actually not a species. This might be, well, it's a cross of two species, but all in all, I am still fairly happy. I have a phal back here. This is my Nemorea wallisii. And I've got a few Stanhopes that are in there soaking. This is one of my Sussisquadales that I repotted. Doesn't look so hot right now, does it? But anyway, folks, that is my update for February 2021. Don't think that I left anything out. And while I'm right here and I'm smelling this, I might as well just end this right here. But after, stay tuned, I'm gonna show just a few minutes of my Ingragum crestwood that is in the house on the table, about to pop any minute. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you soon.